Our next guest changed the face of boardrooms. Andrew Jung is here. The former chair and CEO of Avon was one of the first women to run a large U.S. company. Today, she's CEO of Grameen America. It's a microfinance not-for-profit. Grameen America's new social impact fund will provide $200 million in loans to minority women, small business owners over the next 5 years. Good morning to you. Tell us about this latest initiative, how it, and really how it came together and what you're hoping to get from it.
Sure. Good morning. Thank you guys so much for having me on. It's very exciting because sort of in the lofty news in the last few weeks about IPOs, DoorDash, Airbnb, it's very, very encouraging that private investors are looking at social impact vehicles to get money out to low-income minority small businesses. There's been so much discussion about small businesses and the impact, obviously, before we got into the pandemic, but certainly in 2020. And so this initiative really, truly puts money to work. It is a social impact investment fund, and $17.5 million invested by private foundations and individuals yields over $200 million of loan capital that will go out to over 50,000 small business owners in the next 5 years. And that cycle is extraordinary because we give out loans and they are repaid every week. And that money goes back into the market to other lendees. And so that is how we get that incredible cycle. And there's so much return on that invested loan.
Let me ask you a question, because I always think there's a misunderstanding about social impact investing. There is a return for the investor. What is the investor expecting to get back beyond hopefully doing good?
They get their principal back. They do get interest on the investment. And that gives them the opportunity to truly put the money to work. It is different than philanthropy. Philanthropy still plays an important role in terms of fueling and funding a lot of work for low-income entrepreneurs. But this social impact investment allows them to retain their principal, make that decision, get a return annually paid back at the end of every year, make the decision after 5 years if they want to continue to keep money in the fund, take their principal back and or keep investing.
Your backers, a lot of foundations. What about the corporate space? Because this could be an interesting opportunity. You're seeing some companies, even with this, what Robert Smith calls the 2% solution. You're seeing Netflix, for example, move some of its money into banks in minority and lower income communities, again, with the same kind of hope. How do you think a business, a for-profit, even publicly traded entity, should think about social impact investing to the extent that it has cash on the sidelines?
I think it's a huge opportunity. We have a lot of corporate partners, big corporate partners from banks, Bank of America, MasterCard, Citi, Google has invested. So there have been extraordinary interest and impact from corporations, but corporations really can play a huge role in this sector as well.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.